Hello folks, today I'm going to be reviewing the steel will Cutjack C22. Now this knife comes in two options of handle colour. There's the black, this one here, and there's an olive green. It also comes in two versions really. There's a higher end version and this budget version. The higher end version has M390 blade steel, ball bearing pivot and G10 scales. This has a D2 steel blade, washer pivot and FRN handle scales. The blade is 3.5 inches, drop point style. Handle 4.5 inches, so overall length of 8 inches. Weight is 3.5 ounces, so it's it's a fairly lightweight knife. It's held together by Torx head screws. Same on the pocket clip, steel pocket clip. Very tight fitting, keeps a good grip of your trouser pocket. The blade is 58 to 60 on the Rockwell scale according to the info supplied. The pocket clip is reversible for left or right carry. Tip up carry. There's a lanyard hole here, which is just through the FRN. There's no steel liner or anything. I've never put a lanyard on any folding knife I've ever had. I've never felt the need, so. But some people like to have a lanyard hole. The locking mechanism, as you can see, it's a liner lock. It has stainless steel liners both sides. I don't know if you can see them very well there, but they've both skeletonized, which I guess helps weight reduction. The liner lock works pretty well. It's a flipper, as you can see. It's not a bad flipper. It's not as smooth as a ball bearing flipper knife would be. It was a little sticky when I first received it. I've had the knife about 3 weeks now. I added a little bit of oil to the washer, and with use it has gone a bit more easy to open. So that's basically the rough specs of it. It doesn't have standoffs, it's just a solid FRN here. And let me see, yeah, let's say good points. I love this blade shape. This drop point with a deep flat ground blade really is a very useful blade shape. The blade has a little swedge along the top here, and we have these jimping on the spine of the blade, which provides excellent grip for your thumb. It really is very grippy without being too rough. And the finger choil here really fits my forefinger perfectly. It's really, you've got a lot of control over if you're doing fine work. This gives you a great deal of control. Very solid. And in standard grip, the flipper acts as a very good finger guard, and you still get a bit of thumb purchase. And it's a comfortable knife to hold, to work with. You see how the handle is quite thin. You know, I would have preferred quite a a thicker handle to provide a better grip. But lots of people, maybe most people, like a thinner profile on a knife. Certainly for slipping into your pocket, and certainly when I have this in my pocket, I forget I'm carrying it. So the thin profile probably helps there. Yeah, the liners are skeletonized. That's the thing, lots of people prefer skeletonized liners. They like a lighter weight knife. For me, I would actually prefer the liners not to be skeletonized. I like them solid. Because for me, the skeletonizing just creates more nooks and crannies for dust and dirt and other crud can accumulate. And I don't mind the extra weight. It doesn't bother me. I've worked with a 20-ounce claw hammer all day, so a 5-6 ounce knife, doesn't bother me. So weight on a knife doesn't really affect me. I mean, I know most people like lightweight knives, especially folding knives, but I don't really see the reason why. I mean, when you've got a pocket clip, you're wearing the knife in your pocket or on your belt. Well, the weight of the knife is on the clip. If you're putting the knife into your pocket loose like change, I can see through where a lighter weight knife would be a benefit. The heavy weight would knock the bottom out of your pocket probably pretty quickly, but when the weight's being taken by the clip, I don't understand really the rationale for requiring a lightweight knife. But that's just me. Yeah, the blade again, I love this blade shape. It's got quite a sharp point, but I love this nice deep curving blade. This is an excellent slicing blade. You see it's quite fine, and it really does slice and cut very well. It's just an excellent general purpose blade shape in my opinion. You can use this knife for a whole host of tasks. I typically use my folding knives to open meal bags, bags of sand, cement, dog food bags, cutting twine, rope, cutting the odd bit of vegetation out of my way if necessary. The odd little bit of pruning. But it's, it will do all this, and it'll be a very good blade shape for dressing game. And for skinning, butchering game. Excellent blade shape. So closed, the knife actually, this is another thing I like about this knife, there are no sharp edges when it's shut. See, there's nothing here protruding to catch on. The only thing that protrudes is the flipper, but everything else is nice and ergonomic. There's no sharp edges sticking out to catch in your pocket. So I like that a lot. Again, the flipper, see, it's a little sticky at times. Sometimes requiring a flick of the wrist to get it to fully open. But it's a very good knife, in my opinion. Negatives, well, I say the flipper sometimes doesn't open fully. I would have liked more of an access to the lock here. You see there's not much, yeah, there it is. There's not much to catch on here when you're trying to release the lock. You kind of have to really point your thumb in there. I would like just a little bit more metal showing here. If you brought the liner down a little, that would have been perfect. The clip, I'm not mad about the clip. It does its job. It certainly won't drop out of your pocket when it's connected. But I don't know, I've an Emerson folding knife and I love the pocket clip in it. But, it's a minor detail really. The D2 steel blade, I mean this knife came, I purchased this knife, it cost €63 including import duties. I got it from Soldier of Fortune in Berlin. I know you can get it for $43 from Knife Center, US, with no internal postage. So at that price, this really is a steal of a knife, and I would really recommend it. You know, value for money, this is an excellent knife. You've got good blade steel, a good liner lock, the handle scales are comfortable, it's very ergonomic in the hand, great blade shape. Yeah, I would really recommend this knife. The steel wheel Cutjack C22. Well, yes, the blade's a satin finish. And yeah, I think that's about covers it. Overall, I rate this very good knife for the money. And well, thanks for watching. Hope you found this of interest. If you were thinking about getting this knife, I say go ahead. It's certainly worth the money. Thanks for watching.